Scorpio, hello there my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early November 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, we're just going to get started right away and dip our toes in energy by getting an oracle card for you. So let's get it going. Let's get it rocking for the beautiful Scorpio collective, my guides. It is Scorpio season, one of the most beautiful times of year. Let's see what we have for the collective. What's up with Scorpio gang, my guys? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio. And while we do, my friends, I just want to say happy birthday from me to you because it is Scorpio season. Whether your birthday's coming up, whether it's recently just passed, I hope you got everything you wanted for your birthday and then some. What do we got for Scorpio gang? Okay, so now we have a little bit of complexity here. Now that I've extended the birthday wishes to my Scorpios here, this card is very complex. Simple on the surface, a lot going on the inside. Now that is Scorpio energy if I've ever seen it, if I've ever heard of it, right? And I'm very familiar. You guys already know. But this card, there's a lot going on with the mask and the mirrors and the Russian dolls. There's like a lot of energies here. And we'll talk about it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. Like I said, it feels very Scorpio-like to me. And we see here, it's a woman, looks like she's holding a mask. There's multiple mirrors, so there's multiple angles, multiple masks. There's these Russian babushka dolls down there, which you know are like layer upon layer upon layer. So when I see this card, I think of complexity. So for a lot of you, maybe you're stone cold on the outside, but on the inside, you're feeling a lot of things. There's a lot of complex energies, thoughts, feelings that you're working through here. Or it could just be complex situations, right? Where it seems simple on the surface, but there's just a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces. This card doesn't always just speak about that, though. When I see it, I say there might be a lot of energies affecting you. I saw a similar thing at the beginning of the Pisces reading, so that might be a water sign thing in this time where your empathy could be heightened. A lot of different energies could be affecting you, whether it's people you're connected to or places you're at. So make sure you're protecting yourself energetically when this card starts off. But there's just a lot of complexity, so we're going to leave it to the side for now. Let's get you into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get this deck shuffled up. Let's get these first three in the upright for my Scorpios before we get into the intuitive juiciness. What's happening, my guides? And yeah, while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading because I found it pretty interesting. It was titled An Unexpected Result. So for a lot of Scorpios, remember that energy could still bleed over into this week, where the result of something or the end of something was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Whether it was for better, whether it was for worse, there was this like mysterious energy around. So we'll see if that's still lingering here, right? I mean, unexpected results, they don't always have to be bad. They could be good ones. But let's see what's happening. And as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? We could be seeing your energy. We could be seeing the vibe of someone you're linked to. So let's get you three cards out here. What's happening with Scorpio, my guys? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of stress-filled energy here in position number one. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, we're going to have to dig into this a little bit further. That's not the best way to start off, but who knows? It might be someone else. What do we got? All right, fire-air combination on the front also gives me pause here, Scorpio. Okay, and you guys know I'm part of the collective, right? Scorpio moon right here, but this fire-air combination on the beginning is giving me pause. Let's get another card out. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you're going to have a bonus this week, my friends. So we have the Five of Swords on the back end. And we got the World as your bonus. Power. So the one thing I will say about this whole entire spread, Scorpio, is that it's all powerful, it's all intense, and it's Scorpio energy if I've ever seen it, just like I said here. Now, Scorpio energy is just extremely powerful and intense, and it's all over the place here. So let's go through one by one. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. There's something that's not quite sitting right with the energy to me right now. So maybe some of you have that feeling yourselves right now, like there might be something with a person or a situation, something's just not sitting right or something just feels off. But looking down here, first look, first glance, and you know me, I'm not trying to be negative or anything, especially in your birthday season, but what I feel, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it to you straight, right? I always do with Scorpio gang. But down here, elementally, on the extreme ends, we have lots of swords. We also have the fire in the middle. Now, with all these swords, that could be a lot on the mind. It could also be communication. But I always say when you mix air and fire, it could be volatile. Now, that can be good sometimes for motivation, for action, for forward progress. But at the same time, it could be extremely volatile. So we could be looking at some warnings here. It all really depends. So let's go through one by one, really start to piece this together. Because something's bugging someone, or it's like something's on someone's mind. There's a lot of stress involved here. Because position number one, we have the Nine of Swords. Now, in this time, it's very important for you to make sure you're getting proper rest and relaxation. You see the image of this card. You don't have to be an expert in tarot to understand what this energy is. It's someone with the hands in the face. They can't sleep. They're having a rough time at night. So some Scorpios could be having a rough time sleeping or having a rough time at night. Maybe a lot of toss and turn and thinking. Maybe you have a stuffed nose. Who knows, right? But this card to me is very stress-filled, very anxious. Now, one thing I will say about the Nine of Swords, aside from all that stuff or someone's mind racing, is it is linked to the paranormal. And I did see all the energetic sensitivity in the very beginning. So a lot of Scorpios in this time, you might be extra tapped in to the other side in other ways. So you might be seeing things out of the corner of your eyes. You might be hearing things slam in the house. I'm not trying to scare you or anything. Scorpios aren't afraid of that. We're used to it, right? But the Nine of Swords is one of my cards of the paranormal. So watch out for nightmares and stuff like that. It's just someone having a really difficult time. And that is what's setting the tone here. Now, moving to the center, and even towards the back, we're starting to get a bit of aggression with the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords. These are very aggressive, powerful types of energies. But Ace of Wands, all aces are opportunities. This is good. But in the context of what we have so far, this is a spark plug, for sure. Something that sparks something and sets it off with all these swords around. So I would say in this time, like, beware. But opportunities are generally a good thing. Just watch what's coming towards you in this time. Be skeptical in this time. I feel like I need to say it. Be careful of like the things or the people or the opportunities that are coming your way. Think twice is the vibe I'm getting. Now, the Ace of Wands, it is that fire. It's that burn, the desire within us, burning red hot. So maybe you're burning a little hotter than normal. It's also a card of sexuality. So for a lot of you, maybe your libido is heightened in this time. That's a possibility as well. But moving to the back end, we have more aggression because we have the Five of Swords. Now, I do say this card has some positives, but it also has challenges. The positives of the Five of Swords is it's somebody that's very determined. What they set their mind to, they're going to accomplish. What they say they're going to do, they're going to do it, right? It's like, I do what I say I'm going to do. And it's someone who doesn't stop. But there are a lot of challenges with this card. It's someone that's very confrontational based, someone that's gonna fight, people that are gonna bump heads. This could represent individuals in our life that are very selfish, that are very cold, that are very mean. This could be narcissistic people as well. So it's not the nicest energy. And when I see it mixed with all this other stuff, like, we could be looking at a couple of different warnings here, Scorpio. And you know I'm going to keep it real with you. Now, moving to the back end, we have the World card. I'm getting such a disgruntled energy here. But the World could represent endings, right? It could represent the close of a cycle. It doesn't always have to. I see it. I also think of the world today. So maybe there's something with world events or the world today that's just not sitting right with you. It's like, yeah, what the hell's going on in this world? But to me, it's an overarching energy of all this that, yeah, if you've gone through any recent closeouts or cycles, you're not really liking it. It could also be karmic in nature. So we need to dive deeper on all of it, Scorpio. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a shuffle here. My guides talk to me about Scorpio. What do we got going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So let's just get in here. I don't want to give my usual spiel, right? If you're a regular watcher, you know I like to give my usual spiel about what intuitive means. I feel like we need to just get in here, so let's do it. I mean, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. So you can drop it in the comments. Let's get in on that Nine of Swords. You see how, like, it's even affecting me a little bit, where I'm like getting a little grumpy by this energy? Okay, we have a card that could be you or other water sign. We do have the High Priestess in reverse. This is giving me a lot of different things here. Some of you might feel a little severed from your intuition in one way or nothing, or one way or another. It's like, all right, well, where are my signs? Where are my synchronicities? Where are my guides? What should I do? Like, there's something that could be blocking your intuition here. But I also have to say, with this High Priestess in reverse, like, this is another big warning about the paranormal here. Like, I don't want to really go this route too much, Scorpio, but if I see it, I'm going to tell you. The High Priestess in reverse is like something off spiritually. So for a lot of you, what I'm picking up here is you have to cleanse yourself in one way or another. Cleanse yourself, protect yourself energetically or spiritually. Whether you believe in it or you're not, you need some sort of energetic protection here. I just have to give it out like that, because this could be a big warning. Now, when I see the High Priestess, I think of Pisces normally, but I link her with all water signs. So for some of you, you might just feel a little off, like something might be off in the ether, aside from all those other messages I was giving you. Like, it's hard to follow your intuition when it's hard to connect to it. Like, that's just what I'm picking up. So let's keep moving. I'm not going to linger here long, but please protect your energy, protect yourself energetically here. Let's go in on that Ace of Wands. See what's happening. We're getting some warnings here, because that one's energetic. Let's see. Let's keep moving in. What is that Ace of Wands here for Scorpio? I mean, this is where something sparks off, my friends. We have the Four of Swords in reverse underneath this Ace of Wands. Something could spark your anger in this time, or something could spark off a situation where it's like something's been building for a long time. All right, so whether it's something that's been building within you for a long time, or it's something within a situation. When I get the Four of Swords in reverse, it's like, all right, rest, we're at rest, now we're not. And underneath a card here, look, it's air, it's fire. So this is an explosive warning for a lot of you. There could be a certain situation with a person, or a situation in general, where it's like, all right, something could set this off. Something could set this off quick. Okay, like very fast, explosive energy here. And another card that links to sleep, right? This is another card that links to rest, sleep. All of these cards link to the paranormal as well. Please protect your energy in this time, Scorpio. Please, please, please. Even if you're not a big believer in it. Like, after I do this reading, I'm going to cleanse myself right away. That's like how serious I'm taking it, because you know I'm a Scorpio moon. So if I see it multiple times in the reading, this is a very important warning. Okay, not just about this explosive energy that things could just pop off, but the energy in itself. Watch out for energetic attack. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but I'm just giving you what I'm feeling here. Like, watch out for someone sending you the bad vibes, like evil eye type stuff. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Not a fan of this. So why is that Five of Swords here for Scorpio? Okay, Strength in reverse. I don't like this person on the back end. More fire, right? We have the Strength card. So the only water we have showing up in this spread is a card that could represent you, and it's in the damn reverse. We have Strength in reverse underneath this Five of Swords. I mean, if push comes to shove, like, you're no slouch. Like, that's something that this is telling me on the back end. Like, yeah, I might be kind, I might be patient sometimes, but if push comes to shove, I'm going to protect myself. Okay? Or like, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not going to let anyone push me around. Like, that. I'm getting aggression here. Now, for some of you, you might be connected to Leo when we have the Strength card. When it shows up in reverse, to me, that's the energy of somebody either just letting it fly, like, yeah, bring it, let's do it. Do what we have to do. It's like no holds barred type of energy. Like, yeah, I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to practice restraint. We're going to let it go, and we have that Five of Swords. So whether this is you protecting yourself in some sort of way, it's fiery and explosive still. So we have multiple things that could be a warning here, Scorpio, and there's a lot of aggression, okay? And I know you'll protect yourself if you have to, whether it's energetically or even physically here. But I do have to say, like, this whole spread in general, it's like we have warnings in different areas, like energetically and spiritually, like emotionally, physically, like Spirit's saying, like, hey, just head on a swivel here, because this could be very important, explosive, or a serious warning, or all three batched up into one. And you know me, if you're a long-time watcher, I'm not a fearmonger, but what I'm feeling here is giving me pause. So let's go through one by one. I don't like this person on the back end. If you know a selfish individual or you have dealings with someone that you think is selfish, put some room between you and them in this time. That would be a very wise thing to do, okay? Or if there's someone that gets on your nerves a lot, put some distance. Let's go through real quick. Position number 1, we have the Nine of Swords with the Queen, not the Queen, the High Priestess in reverse, a card that could be you in my style of reading. So you might just feel a little off, or just something about, it's like, yeah, I'm having a hard time connecting with my intuition. That could be a possibility. But yeah, the big vibe I was picking up with these 3 cards here is like, please protect your energy in this time. Protect yourself spiritually, because it's all over the place here, my friends. In the center, we have the Ace of Wands with the Four of Swords in reverse, the spark plug energy where something could pop off. So just know that, like, something could spark something off, whether it's your aggression or someone else's. Like, it's very volatile here. Lots of different warnings all over the place in this spread, okay? On the back end, we have the Five of Swords with the Strength card in reverse. You'll protect yourself, I know you will, right? You're no slouch. You will stick up for yourself. We're the Scorpions for a reason, right? And it is showing up here on the back end. But if there is somebody that's very selfish or narcissistic or egotistical, or someone you just don't gel with, keep them at a distance, at least for the coming days and weeks, because this is very volatile energy here where things could spin. So please take a screenshot, Scorpio. We're not going to dwell on it. Let's get you a shadow card. What's happening in the shadows for Scorpio, please? Maybe we'll get more detail about this, right? But you know me, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within us. Maybe it's something we don't quite see just yet. What's in the shadows for Scorpio? And yes, my friends, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. I just opened a new tier. It's only a couple bucks for those of you that want the Zodiac emojis and the membership badges. So let's get it going here. No pressure. Just got to offer it, right? What do we have here for Scorpio? Thank you. Five of Pentacles. A little solitude. So whether that is something you need or something you're feeling here, we have the Five of Pentacles. And with this energy here, solitude might be the best bet for a lot of Scorpios. And once again, as part of the collective myself, I know we're good in solitude. Like, sometimes that does us well, right? To just like be by ourselves for a little bit. And this in the shadows can be pointing to that. Now, the Five of Pentacles could be Spirit asking you to like not overspend. Watch money situations. Make sure you're budgeting, of course. But there's a little lonesomeness here with this card as well. So if it's not you needing some time in solitude, this could be like abandonment issues popping up or someone just feeling lonely or isolated. So if that's you, if you are feeling isolated in some way or another, it's okay to speak to somebody about it or call someone you trust, right? To just make some sort of link, okay? The opposite of what we were seeing in the main part of the spread. If it's someone that annoys you, keep your distance, keep your solitude. But the Five of Pentacles could be a tough one to really work through. Maybe there's someone you're linked to that is in Five of Pentacles mode, feeling abandoned, isolated, lonely. That's a big possibility. But Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The November subscriber surprise. You got your name in for the October subscriber surprise. The winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.